The African American Read-In is about getting people involved, and it's national, so it's not just here in Cincinnati. So it's getting people involved, teachers, librarians, parents, to get their children to read, right? And so we want to focus on reading books that are by African Americans, written by African Americans, illustrated by African Americans, or that the storyline is about an African American.
It was an incentive to make, first of all, teachers aware that there were many books written by African American authors, and that there were books in which students could see themselves in books, and it could spread a wider variety of literature to every single student, not just to African American students, but to all students.
It's important because for so long there were not books that were actually positive, that had a positive message, that had people of color, African Americans in it. So it's so important now because our children need to see themselves in positive roles. So what better way to do that than to have a national read-in where we're introducing new literature to students of color that look like them.
An event like this is extremely important because so many times children in classrooms feel marginalized. They don't see themselves in books. They don't see themselves in literature, in stories, in the graphics in their classroom. And African American Literature Month says, look, here are books. They are written for you. They are written by authors who look like you. They are written by people who understand you. And they are for you and for all the rest of your classmates as well.
The importance of a diverse book is that children need to see that there are other things, children of color, need to see that there are other roles that they can choose to be, or there are other things that they can choose to do with their lives besides working at McDonald's. Don't get me wrong. Yes, if McDonald's is what you want to do it. But I need them to know, because when I was in graduate school as a librarian, I was the only African American in graduate school getting a master's in library and information science, because it's not seen. So you look at how many African Americans do we have in actual libraries. Just like I think that all of the libraries should reflect your communities. So it's important that our kids look at books and see themselves in roles. Like, they may not have ever thought that they could do that. Or someone may have told them that, nah, that's not you, you can't do that. But if they see it in a book, if someone shows it to them and that picture that they depict looks like them, that gives them that extra that they need to say, oh, I can do this. Yes, you can. I read to a class this morning, Black child. Do you know you can be whatever you want to be? Do you know who you are? We have to tell our kids who they are. And if they see it in picture form in a book, then they begin to believe it.
We hope you'll join us on February 15th from 12 to 4 at the Downtown Public Library for the annual African American Read-In event. There will be books, there will be games, there will be fun, there will be reading. We hope that you will come and join us for this wonderful event.